Hey guys, what's going on? Sally D here with you for week number 9. As you can see, we got a little bit nicer scenery for you guys. So hopefully it's that look good, feel good, smell good, pick games good. So hopefully, we'll crush this week. Last week was marginal. Not too happy about the New York Giants, who are completely worse than even I thought. Eli's laying on his back probably right now, still having nightmares about that game. But we're gonna move on. So we know the Giants lost. Sorry about that one. Oakland played great. Derek Carr threw for I think 3 touchdowns, ran in for one. The guy played awesome. The defense, I don't know what's going on with their defense. It's completely terrible. The Thursday night game's going on in a little bit. Good luck, because it just doesn't look too good for Oakland. The lock was so scary. Then the fourth quarter comes along. They're about to get over the 56 points, and what do? They push. A push is like kissing your sister. I have 2 sisters, and no, I haven't kissed them. But, I mean, my God, come on. A tie? If you're not first, you're last. Everybody knows that. So, we're going to hop into week 9 now after that recap, and we're going to start right off with my favorite person on the earth, Kirk Cousins. So, Detroit's moving into a dome, which they played okay in, but Minnesota wins this game by more than 5.5 points. I know I hate Kirk Cousins. I think he has a bounce back week. I think the defense shows up for Minnesota against Detroit. I think Matty Stafford is going to have a little bit of harder time this week than he has in the past. So take Minnesota. Kirk, don't let me down the one time I'm backing you. So let's go. Moving on. Kansas City, for the first time, let me down this week. I feel like I jinxed them. I probably shouldn't even have said that last week, my rant about Kansas City. But anyway, they're playing my boys, Cleveland. Choke artist Cleveland. The spread is a little bit sketchy. It should be 13.5. I know they're away. Kansas City's away. But, I mean, come on. It's like 10. So we're going to go with the over here. I think Cleveland scores at least 3 touchdowns against Kansas City. Mahomes does the rest. And we go to bed with the over 50 points. Lock it in. Moving on. Baltimore and Pittsburgh. My 2 favorite teams that just bash each other all day. The spread opened at 3.5 for Pittsburgh. Now it's 2.5 for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh wins this game in Baltimore. So the 2.5 points is a gift. Take Pittsburgh. Moving on. Carolina and Tampa Bay. Guess who is back at it? Fitzmagic. Winston threw for the picks like we said last week that he would do. And now they're bringing in the Magic. Well, guess what? The magic trick's been over. Carolina destroys them this week. Just completely destroys them. The over total is 30 points for the team total of Carolina. I like that too. I've never advised on a team total, but I think this one is just lock it in because the defense is terrible on Tampa Bay. Cam was looking good. I finally got a little bit of confidence in Carolina. Don't let me down. I got a little confidence in you, Cam. All right? So the magic is over. Period. Moving on. No more tricks. Trick or treat was last week. All right. Now, Miami and the New York Jets. Not much to talk about with these 2 terrible teams. The over's 43.5. Take the under. Under 43.5. Miami's defense is going to show up. The Jets' defense is going to show up. Please. I'm praying that you show up just 1 week for me. Give me that old Detroit defense that they played in Detroit in the opener. Please, come back for me for 1 week. Keep the under 43.5 and move on. We're going to talk about Washington after. We're moving into Chicago at Buffalo. Buffalo is so bad. So bad. I don't know how many times I have to say how bad this team is. The over's 37. You have to take the under here. You literally have to take the under. They put 2 field goals up at home last week against little Tom Tom. I mean, come on. This is not even a real football team anymore. They might as well just be an expansion team. Take the under 37. They don't score a touchdown again, possibly. It's pathetic. You're an NFL team. Moving on. Denver and Houston. Denver makes the big trade of getting Demarius. Bye-bye. Sends them to Houston, who they're playing this week. The line was 2.5 for Houston, getting 2.5. Then 1.5. Now it's an even game. It's an even game because Houston wins Demarius revenge touchdown in his first game back against his Denver team. And obviously we have Case Keenum effect out there. There actually is called the Case Keenum effect. It means just being a terrible human being, on and off the field. But I won't go into it too much. We're going to move on. We're going to talk about Seattle and the Chargers. Mr. Melvin Gordon is back. I know Philip's got to be happy right now. He's probably celebrating somewhere that his little boy toy is back. The over-under is 48. I like Seattle to win this game. I also like the over 48. If somehow they beat Seattle, it's going to be over 48. I'm a little bit more confident in the over 48. The offenses on both teams are going to click. Moving on. New Orleans we're going to talk about after. Now, we're moving into the Sunday night special. The last Sunday night special was Tom putting up 25 points, covering the spread beautifully against the terrible Buffalo Bills. This week they're playing Green Bay. Green Bay put up a fight when they played the Rams last week, and it was a good game. This is probably going to be the best game to watch this week. Maybe the second best when I talk about my locks in a little bit. I like Green Bay getting 5.5. I don't really like either of these teams. I know on paper, and they have big names, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and the over's high. I'm not really buying into it for either team. I just have that feeling. Take the 5.5 points for Green Bay. Thank me later. Moving on. The Monday game, we're going to talk about it right now because it's time for the number one play of week number 9. Alex Smith, please let me down this week. You're playing against my boy, the Iceman, Matty Ice. Matty Iceman, don't fail me. Take those 2 points, win the game in Washington, and show them that the last 2 wins were just joke teams. Well, at least the Giants are a joke. The Cowboys are a good team, but they should have won that game. But anyway, take the Iceman, getting 2 points. It's a gift. Number one play. This week, I found 2 games I like so much. It's not even a lock of the week. It's a double 2-game parlay lock of week number 9. For the first time in 9 weeks, we're doing this. 1, we're going with the over 59 on the undefeated Rams and the New Orleans Saints. The pace of this game is going to be ridiculous. They're moving into a dome. I love Goff in a dome. They're going to be working on that line because he got sacked and hit too many times last week. They're watching that tape. They're going to protect him. Protect that man. Maybe Little Cupcakes comes back. He was out last week. Hopefully he plays. He's questionable. But I love the over 59. I actually kind of have a feeling it's going to be 70, but we're just going to be happy if it's 60. Take the over 59. Drew Brees, we loved him last week, played great. The defense played good for the Saints last week. That's why I like it even more, because they're going to give up points. And it's this week they give up points. It's going to be a pick game. It's close. I can't give you these teams. These teams are both great teams. You guys all know that. Take the over 59, and the combination is with the Monday night special. We're going to make you wait it out a little bit. So you're going to take that parlay right now, lock in the over 59, and lock in the Cowboys minus 5.5 against the Tennessee Titans, who are just a terribly coached team. They played great last week. There's no London effects. This is them. They're a bad football team, poorly coached team. Take Dak. Dak just got a new toy in Little Cooper. We're going to call him maybe the Cooper. But anyway, when Amari Cooper and Dak score a touchdown, lock it in as his first touchdown as soon as he gets in to the Dallas. Take the Dallas Cowboys minus 5.5. I can't stress it enough. The crowd's going to be hyped. I'm hyped to see him play. He played poorly in Oakland. Wasn't his fault. We're not going to get into that. Dak plays well. He's got a new toy. Zeke gets in the end zone. Completely demolishes the Titans. Take that 2-game parlay. Lock it in. Hope you love the picks in the video this week. Next week we're going to be here for week 10. 2-game parlay. Lock it in. Double lock. Have a good weekend. Make some money. Let's go, baby.